Our last but not least startup is MedPiper Technologies.
Hi, panel. Good evening. My name is Nitin. I'm the CEO and founder at MedPiper Technologies. I also apologize in advance. I'm recovering from a flu, so my voice might be a little broken. At MedPiper, we are building Asia's largest healthcare practitioner platform. The reason for building this is that there is a major gap.
Sorry for interrupting, but make a full screen, please.
Okay, is it not full screen yet? Is it clear now?
Oh, yeah. F5, press F5.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there is a track record gap problem for medical practitioners that includes both doctors and nurses. So you have, for example, case point being a lot of Indian practitioners practicing across the Middle East and Africa. But if a hospital or even an organization wants to trace out the gaps in credentialing and verification are huge. In Southeast Asia, about 120,000 doctors and 350K plus nurses graduate every year, and the demand is rising 43%. But in spite of this, the shortages in medical practitioners in urban area, only about 75 to 80% is met, and for non-urban centers it is as low as 25 to 30%. The practitioner handicap, what we primarily see is that most HCPs, be it doctors or nurses, hospitals everywhere across the globe have seasonal variance in the number of footfalls. In Asian countries, you can walk into hospitals. In Europe and the US, you cannot walk in. You still need prior appointments. But in spite of that, having practitioners on field, be it a telemedicine platform or be it a hospital, or be it even a case study that wants to, a startup that wants to run their program pilot, identifying key opinion leaders on the ground, they all face hiccups in identifying practitioners in real time. Also, because of their very local networks, career pathways are difficult to find for practitioners. The same way, being the networks being small and highly localized, the information flow is highly asymmetrical, and barriers to migration, verification, credentialing, etc., are massive. So unlike me, who's from a business development background or a finance person who can just freely travel from India to the US and start working, medical practitioners cannot. The consequence of this is India has case point. If I take India has about 1.2 million registered practitioners. Globally, there are about 18 million doctors is what is being said. That is a major, that's, under about 10%. But even then, India has a major shortfall when it comes to practitioners on the ground. If you look at Middle East Asia, verification is super difficult. Only 44% of practitioners are verified in India. In parts like Malaysia and Thailand and Vietnam, it falls further. And 52% of the medico-legal cases that arise from temporary staff are actually filed against the hospital or the hospital management or telemedicine platforms. So there is a risk in hiring unverified candidates. And attrition among nurses is among the highest for any industry that exists out there. It's as high as 28 to 35%. What we do at MedPiper is we verify practitioner profiles across 14 key data points. So by doing that, we verify their academic credentials, their clinical credentials, their social credentials, as well as their general professional network. This creates a social proof of who the practitioner is, where did he or she graduate from, who are the people they have worked along with, what are the conditions they have treated for, which is very key data. Currently, how it works is for a hospital or a clinic, it is very simple. We have a generic WhatsApp number on which they just tell us what is the requirement they have. And based on that, immediately an alert is sent out, not just on our chatbots, but also on our app and a PWA that we have. And on our platform, in under 2 minutes, these vacancies or these opportunities are closed. Attraction, we started as a pilot project in September 19, and since that we started off with 8 doctors. Currently we have over 120,000 practitioners on our platform, and we have about $115,000 in revenue. That is a mix of revenue from recruitment, from patient consultations, from the marketplace that we have, from channel partnerships that we open up to device manufacturers or pharma companies, and an e-learning module which we have for doctors on our platform. Our revenue is primarily based on 3 models. One is a user tier, which is a freemium model for a practitioner. He could sign up for free for certain features, but if he wants to upskill himself or get drug information for himself or herself, he'll have to pay a monthly fee. We charge access fee for access to key opinion leaders on the platform. And then there is an API plus marketplace model where we charge a lead fee or a per API call fee for insurance companies and such who need practitioner data. We work with some of the largest brands in India like Apollo, Kaveri, and also with semi-government agencies like ISPRI, Indian Medical Association, Department of Health and Family Welfare. We are incubated out of one of India's premier management schools, IMB, Indian Institute of Bangalore, NSRCL. And we are running a pilot with the government also on the COVID app for real-time adverse reaction effects. So
Thank you. Time is over. Thank you. Yeah, judges.
Time to ask questions.
I have a question. I've studied talent shortages for the next 10 years as part of my executive MBA, and clearly this is on the list. When you think about going cross-border, what do you see as the core markets for growth and expansion?
So currently we are looking at Asian markets, particularly South Asian and African markets, because we started out in India. The advantage is that Indian practitioners do not have to go through taking like an Indian practitioner needs to take a test in Europe or US. He does not have to do that in Southeast Asia or Africa. And we are primarily going on the Indian demographics right now for us to create that flywheel effect. Later on, the big picture is to be a global passport where, because the patient is the same. I could be in India today, I could be in US 10 years later. My physiography is the same. The practitioner has to upskill.
And do you have any major hospitals outside of India who have?
So we work with, so in the Middle East, there is a VPS group and the Aster group. So we work for the branches in India, and we are running a pilot for the Federal Health Ministry for one of the UAE for Dubai. And the pilot is to then partner with the local hospitals there.
One last question.
Yep.
What impact does that have on your fee structure and unit economics when you take it into a different market?
That reduces our CAC as well as that increases our LTV per user, because what it does is if a government partners with us or if a hospital partners with us, the engagement model differs, and we do not have to chase individually practitioner to sign up. So overall, the impact is that the CAC goes down over time. And the pricing model, we then create volume-based pricing for, be it for government agencies or be it for larger hospitals, which means that we can start charging per APA call there.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Okay,